back to Behind the Bar. We are still the Bevanda Masuta, but today we'll be carrying on a different journey. We started on a new season. We've started on a new episode. And today we'll just be talking through on what you need to be having so that you can run a successful bar. And today I am honored to have my friend Wilson.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shepard.
Karibu sana.
Yeah, it's an honor and privilege to be in this informative show. By them mnafanya kazi mzuri. I understand your company is called Bevanda Masuta.
Bevanda Masuta.
The hospitality finest.
Yes.
Asante sana. I like the coffee. At the lobby.
At the lobby.
I love that coffee.
We look after our guests very well. So, karibu sana tena Wilson.
Asante sana.
So, I understand that you run a company. You're a CEO.
I'm a hospitality strategist. And a CEO. Of a very incredible hospitality company.
Tell us about your company, man. What is it all about?
You want to know about my company first?
Yes, like basically,
by then nilikuwa najua uko karibu kuenda hapo, but wacha tu niwaambie initoke.
Sawa. Tuambie kutoke.
Initoke.
Okay.
Inc. is a hospitality company dedicated in transforming the way hotel approach revenue management through marketing, training, and management policies.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if that's what Think is all about, being a company, I understand mko na core values zenu, I understand mko na mission zenu. What are your visions, Yeah.
Our mission is very simple, yeah. Our mission is to help hotels. Our mission is to help hotels unlock their full potential and sustain the revenue growth through tailored marketing solutions, comprehensive training programs, and coming up with strategic marketing policies.
Okay. So having to cover on that, we told the people that we do make cocktails. We've taken them through the journey through where drinks are made, what they're made from, how they're bottled, how we serve them in terms of cocktails, in terms of whatever way that you'd like your drinks to be served. But today we are basically covering up on now what happens after those drinks have been sold to you. Once we sell you the drink, once we sell you the customer service and everything, now today we'll be walking behind the bar.
Walking behind the bar.
Yes, and that is all about the bar revenue management.
Bar revenue, very much important.
Exactly.
It is very critical in the industry.
Most people don't know how to run about that, and from what we have come across, it's all about the profits, it's all about the marketing, it's all about how you can handle the factors that are affecting the bar revenue.
Yeah.
So it's not all about selling drinks, it's not all about the presentation of the drinks, it's more of the customer service, making the guests that have come for the first time, it's like turning the first timers to want to come again, and those are the core values that we'll be looking into. So why don't you go ahead and tell us about what is bar revenue?
Bar revenue. Okay. We as a company understand the hospitality industry is it's a very dynamic industry, and it is very competitive as well. It constantly evolve in the environment whereby we have the AI in place. Maximizing hotel revenue, it is not just about filling the rooms. It's all about optimizing every aspect of hotel operations. Okay, from guest experience to staff efficiency, from marketing strategies to management policies of the finances. Let me take you quick through what we refer as a company about bar revenue. Okay. Bar revenue refers to the total income a bar generates from its operation. And that includes all the money earned through the selling of the products and the services that you will offer. It is very critical for the financial health and the profitability of the bar business. In a manner which bar revenue is directly tied. It is directly tied both by the product sold and the number of the customers that you serve.
Okay. All right. That is all about the bar revenue. So why don't you tell us how that bar revenue is generated?
Actually, most people primarily know that bar revenue is generated through the sale of alcoholic beverage only.
Yeah.
But no, that was not the case.
Yeah.
Bar revenue is mostly generated from the alcoholic beverages. We have the food items and the services that you offer.
Okay. So let me talk about that part on alcohol.
Yeah.
You've said that most people definitely get to say that it's all about alcohol, right? So when it comes to food, when it comes to the services, why don't you tell us more about the what food entails about and how it gets to intermarry with alcohol and then non-alcoholic beverages, so that it may bring in the revenue that we're talking about?
Let me touch on like 5 key sources of revenue income from the bar.
Yeah.
We have the alcoholic sales, number one, right?
Alcoholic sales.
We have the food.
We have the food.
We have the non-alcoholic drinks.
Yes.
We have the events.
Yes.
And the merchandising.
Yes.
Okay. You see, in the let me explain a few points. Like the alcoholic selling, yeah?
Yeah.
Alcoholic selling is whereby you would like to be very, very, very critical on it, whereby you have to be very strategic when you are pricing your alcoholic drinks.
Yes.
And there are little factors. There are some few factors that you have to consider. Okay. You have to look at your type of drinks that you bring to your bar. You have to observe your clientele. Okay. And you have to check on your pricing.
Okay.
And when we go to the food that you offer at the bar, food will enhance the customer average spending power.
Yeah.
It may add some revenue on it. When now you have to come with a strategized menu whereby you might be offering bar bitings, like chicken wings, meatball,
samosas,
calamaris, samosas,
shrimps.
And you may also come up with a very, very significant special food of the day.
Yeah.
Right? Above all, remember, food cost margin is more higher than the alcoholic beverages. Yeah.
That's the secret. That's the secret.
That's the secret.
And
with food, you'll never go wrong.
Right?
Yeah.
So it means that when people go out there where they have food, they can be able to purchase more alcohol, or is it so provide them with food, they'll drink more.
You see, the idea here is how can we increase the bar revenue? Coming up with a strategized menu of bar bitings.
Yeah.
Back when Hilton Hotel was still open, there was a special bar called the Jockey Bar. They had a very tiny menu. Okay. It was tiny, but it was also appealing.
Okay.
They had a variety of bar bitings there. You see, when you go to have drink with some friends, you have to have some bitings, man.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tuwekelea kidogo, weke sip kidogo, banje kiasi, unacheki.
Muendelee tu kubite.
Food items ni very much important.
So maybe that's all about food.
Yes.
And you mentioned that there are the alcoholic beverages that they know. It brings the revenue, right?
Yeah.
We've talked about food on how it brings the revenue. We've talked about then alcoholic beverages, how it brings the revenue. Probably umekunywa sana, you want to take some water to hydrate a little bit. That's an alcoholic beverages. So you mentioned about merchandise and you mentioned about the events. Why don't you tell us about the two?
Let me touch a little bit on the merchandise, because merchandising your products, it is more of branding.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You are putting your bar outside there. You're putting your bar outside there by the word of branding.
Just like the way we can make t-shirts za Beva na Masuta. By the way, they are coming. Zina mahoods. Kwenu wapole.
Umekisho hata John Divine tembea nao pale, mtu anasema Beva na Masuta. Bado tena John asikiaga nyinyi ni hospitality finest.
Yes. So
sasa hapo hivyo sasa
that's where the merchandising
comes in. And then you see events also will promote the spending power, whereby you might have the karaoke nights, okay, you can go for the blind dating parties, food and wine pairing,
painting. I've seen people doing sip and paint.
Wow. Sip and painting, man.
Yeah. That's also a form of an event,
And I've come across people who have started cocktail parties. There's a lady who started cocktail parties by the sip and paint. And she's doing very well. Okay. So bar revenue, the most important thing of the bar revenue, it is tied on the product you sell and the number of clients that you serve.
Okay,
that's the magic.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I appreciate that, Mr. Wilson. We've gotten to see about what is bar revenue, and I want us to talk about the key factors that basically affects the bar, because we found out that it's not all about selling the drinks. It's about creating an experience to make the customer want to come back. Basically, you have to measure into the factor of the cost of your goods, the labor that you are inputting in your own bar, the overhead expenses, probably vitu kama stima. So I would like us to talk about the different elements of a bar operation that they contribute into the bottom line. And I think you can tell us about the top factors that affect the bar revenue.
Okay. There are few factors that you have to consider when you are operating a bar. Back when we had this pandemic, COVID-19, hospitality went into a shutdown. Maze ilikufa. But we came up with a narrative yenye tulikuwa tunasema biz ni biz na wera bado ni biz. You see, you might be a bar personnel, it is a job, but it's also a business. Okay. So there were a few factors that we looked at when you want to check on your revenue. One is the hours of operation. 2, we have the location. 3, we have the pricing. 4, we have the customer service and the environment. Okay. And 5, we have the inventory management.
Okay.
Let me just touch a little bit about those things that I've said. Hours of operation. How does it affect your revenue? Mostly you usually find bars that open late. They have a high possibility of capturing people who like the nightlife. Clients who like to party or have fun, typically after their dinner time. But when you look in another perspective where you can incur an extra operational cost, whereby you might run late and increase your operational cost of staffing and the utility that you're using at that time. Right? And that one you may need to be strategically planned based on the customer preferences. Okay. And your profitability.
Okay. So it simply means that the hours of operation, you need to know the perfect time that you're supposed to be running your bar. So kama yako ni nightlife, you run it overnight, ikupatie the right profits without increasing the utilities zenye unatumia.
Chenye neza kasema unacheki kama bar yako inaranigi till late. Okay. The possibility of you to acquire clients at that night, it's high, yes, right? But it is not a constant spread. Okay. So you'll have days whereby you are running low of the clientele.
Maybe weekdays. Early the weekdays.
And that's why when you do it constantly, when you're running your hotel, you have to strategically plan how you can reduce your your
utility expenditure and everything. Okay. So tell us about the location, man.
Location is also a very important factor in generating bar revenue. Like bar located in a traffic area, obviously mabuda hawataki kukaa kwa jam. Obviously they'll pop in. Places whereby you are near a college or a educational center, people will pop in marketplaces. People will pop in, right? So location really matters, okay? Because remember we said bar revenue is both tied, okay, with the product sold and the number of the clientele that you serve.
Okay.
Yeah. So location will definitely matter. Yeah.
Pricing strategy.
Pricing strategy is also critical, and it's a very, very, very important factor to look at. Remember, when you put your prices high, it may deter your clients.
Yeah.
And when you also put it down, you might incur losses.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So there are some few factors that you need to check in. You have to check on your competitors, okay? You have to check on your profit margin, both for alcohol and food, right? And you also have to check on your inventory,
okay,
so that you don't overstock.
Yeah.
Okay. And you don't overdo what?
Understock. Okay.
Yes.
All right. You talked of customer experience and the environment. How will that affect the bar revenue?
Hey, bar atmosphere is a place. You know, Ebu, let me ask you, what is bar?
Bar. Bar is a spot where people go to chill, and it's mostly associated with alcoholic beverages, but at the same time, it's associated with entertainment. Let me just say that. Yeah.
And what draws you?
It's
going in a bar. What drives you in? Like
first of all,
kwenda
place flani kushinda ingine.
Place flani.
I think this is where the aura comes in. The environment that you are in. Probably that place offers a good environment when you need to chill. Probably uko na mpoa wako umeenda hapo kuchill. So it's I think it's mostly how it looks.
Let me tell you, a great experience leads to a repeat visit.
Yes.
And the things that I look after when I'm going to a bar is the ambience.
Yes.
Is the customer service.
Yes.
Is the cleanliness.
Yes.
And overall is the customer satisfaction.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's the most important thing. And that's why while you are as a bar owner, okay, you should frequently train your staff about communication skills.
Yes.
Okay. Etiquette skills.
Yes.
Body language.
Customer service.
Customer service.
That's what makes them.
It's very important. Customer experience and environment also leads to the factors.
Okay.
That may bring your revenue down.
And it's directly affecting it on the opposite. If you got good service quality, it will will increase the bar revenue.
Yeah, ukweli.
Okay. We talked about the inventory management. This, I think, with my knowledge, I think that's where stocking that comes in. So why don't you touch up on the inventory management?
Let me touch a little bit about inventory management, especially when you're working in a branded hotel.
Yeah.
The Norfolk, Hilton, and we have this new one called the Glee.
Yes.
Yeah. Inventory management is very, 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 very important. Like stocking. Stocking is knowing when to reorder your stocks. Okay. Optimizing product storage.
Yeah.
And it will also help you to monitor your turnover.
Okay.
Of the stock.
Okay.
So this one will help you not to overstock.
Yeah.
And it will also give you a projection of the fast going goods, products, and the slow moving.
Okay.
It is very much important. And those people who work under inventory management, they are called the cost controllers.
Yes.
mostly they are very ash. Ushawakigina uko na venye wako ash.
Yes.
Ama jamaa wako ash. Wako ash ama wako strict. Unajua hii kizungu kidogo inaweza kapita jo na ndege.
Well, tunaweza sema wanaweza kuwa strictly harsh
because they keep close eye on food and beverage cost.
Yes.
Unajua kwa ganda food cost.
Yeah.
Food cost haifai kupanda sana si kwa hoteli.
Yeah.
Because that one means you will incur a loss.
Yes.
And that's why you have to have an inventory management system that will help you do what?
Yeah, to control it.
Yeah.
Na I think hapa ndo akina MC zinakujianga, akina POS. Yeah, so I think those are some of the key factors mmejisikilia. So make sure that if you're a bar owner and you want to cover up on this the key factors, so tumesema you need to check on your location, you need to check on the customer service that you're offering, you need to check on
inventory management,
on your inventory management, and what else
customer service,
your customer service
and the environment
that you'll be at. So I think we'll definitely get to jump right into the next segment, and I think this is the most important segment where most bar owners they get to focus on, and that is probably is maximizing on the profits. And they say that maximizing profit is not about raising the prices of the products that you have. It's creating an environment that where your customers, once they come, they will be willing to spend more money without feeling pressured.
Yeah.
And I think you could give us on some of the aspects that you can help you on maximizing your profits inside the streams of the bar revenue.
Oh, yeah. That's a good question, Shefa. That's a very good question. The key revenue streams that will help us maximize on the bar revenue, we have the alcohol sales.
Yeah.
We have the upselling techniques, and we have the events and specials.
Okay.
Whereby alcoholic sales, you'll have to have a variety of drinks, from the crafted beers to the normal beer, from the premium spirits that you are doing when you are educating people about the spirits and the cocktails.
Yes.
And we also have the wines, like you can introduce the organic wines which doesn't have the sulfite acid, right?
Yeah.
And then we have the upselling techniques. Upselling techniques is very critical in a bar because you have to have these techniques. You have to have a body etiquette.
Yeah.
A body language that speaks to your guests. You have to connect. Upselling your products is to connect with your client.
Yeah.
We usually say the product is as good as it is served.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So you have to have that upselling techniques. And then you should also have this event and specials, like the happy hours. You should have the private events. You should have the live music. And all these revenue streams will come into place.
Okay. So you told us that getting to cover up on those streams, you can maximize on your profits. I think I can still add on something about upselling.
Yeah.
I think it's all about, you said it's connecting, right?
Connecting with your clients.
Yes. Probably you might have that client who comes regularly to your place, to your bar, to your hotel, or whatever outlet it is. And I think if you get to harness what they want, the exact thing that they want, you can hit a better spot. You know, having a conversation, a person will come and tell you, probably I'm feeling like my stomach is uneasy. I don't know what I ate yesterday. That's when you come to upsell something like a vermouth. Yes,
aperitif.
I can upsell an aperitif. So basically, it's all about connecting with your client, connecting with your guest, knowing what they really want, and you can hit a better spot. And probably there are those people who say, we do not sell that here. But there's something close. This is where product knowledge comes in, right?
Yeah, product knowledge, very important.
Yes, there's something close that can come to whatever that they're offering.
Yeah.
So I think that's all about upselling.
Yeah, in the business world, you say you do business with people that you like. You can't do business with people that you don't like. You see? connecting with the client. You have to connect with the clients.
I get to see that.
Hey Joe, hey.
Lazima ujue ni nini anataka.
Lazima ujue.
Yeah, so
lazima ujue, lazima uconnect.
That's where the body language comes in.
Lazima, you see, upselling, it is part of communication skills.
Yeah.
You have to be emotionally intelligent. Okay. You have to anticipate the guest need. You have to be a good listener.
Yeah.
Okay. In fact, being a good listener will help you understand your client well.
Okay.
Because when you listen to what your client is talking about, or what your client is trying to tell you, you will connect.
Yeah, you
emotionally, you will connect.
Yeah,
and you'll definitely know what he needs.
All right.
Yeah,
and I understand from that kind of a perspective. Tumejua the key factors zenye zina affect bar revenue. Tumejua how we can maximize our profits. I would like us to cover up on things like marketing, and I understand like a strong marketing strategy. It is crucial for sustaining a good bar revenue, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's all about attracting the customers, making them want to come back, keeping them. There's them coming, and there's them staying, right? And some of the ways, tell us some of the ways that we can increase on that factor, bringing on more customers, and how we can make them stay. Tell us about marketing.
Marketing is quite big. It's quite big, and that is what Inc. does. Remember, we have the three pillars. We have the marketing, we have the training,
and we have the management.
And then we have the management.
Yes.
Marketing is very much important, especially in this digital world. You have to have the digital tactics.
Yes.
Okay. Social media is not a joke.
I know.
Social media is your job,
social media management. It's not all about posting about your status.
I usually have this narrative of mat hizi nganya. Hizi mat za ronga wajua kuna nganya.
Mat za ronga ni zi.
Umo, unaona? Hizo zikifikaga pale stage. Ni nganya, right? Lakini utapata bado wana make noise.
Exactly.
So marketing in social media is the much noise you make.
Yes.
And the noise that you're making, you make sure it is a noise that is very valuable to
and making sense
your audience. Unaona?
Beba ronga. Ronga ni so.
Na hizo nganya hata kwanza azisemagi prices. Ukijua ingia gani unapataga joni so.
Unasikia timati ni 200.
So marketing is a very important role.
Yeah.
And you have to have a tailored marketing strategy for your own business.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
And that's why Apple tunakam na merchandising, you're coming with events, unaona. And leverage, you also have to leverage on your customers.
Okay.
Sawa.
All right. So
basically, I won't talk much about marketing now because it's quite huge. Invite me next time so that I can we can go into details.
Now you're thinking.
Nite tena. Si nilikwambia biz. Na wewe bado ni biz.
Yes.
Asante sana. Even if your audience would like to have a proper marketing agency, Inc. it's here. We are on you, man. Tutawapeleka on the top.
Okay. I think that's all about the marketing. Okay, so I get to understand that even the most experienced bar owners, they fall into pit traps, and they get to make the common mistakes. So why don't you tell us on some of the mistakes that take place, or some of the mistakes most of the bar owners make, and probably how we can avoid them.
Let me just mention a few common pitfalls to avoid as a bar owner or a bartender. The overpricing and pricing of the drinks. We have the poor inventory management leading to the waste. And then we have neglecting customer service or the ambience of the place. Yes.
Okay. And how can we fix them?
You could remember earlier we talked about the factors that were affecting the bar revenue.
Yes. Zizon yakina location,
say location,
environment. So we could say that they need to check on the things that maybe those people who do the inventories, they can reduce on the waste. They can probably control stuff kama electricity, energy saving, using things that needs to be that they can save electricity at the same time na stima, sindio? So they can perfect on the customer service, right?
Customer service is important.
Yes, and they can also check up on the pricing of the drinks. The economy right now, things are expensive. So a person might go to an outlet just because it's cheap. Sindio? Not cheap, but affordable. And some people will choose some drinks because that's where the budget is inawafikisha, sindio?
Na venye nilisema earlier, like you have to have a menu that is quite friendly
in terms of prices.
On the other side, again, you should not incur losses.
Okay.
So pricing of your products, it's also very important.
Okay. All right, so I think we've wrapped up on this episode, and I want us to recap on some of the things that we've done. We've covered on what bar revenue is. We've covered on the key factors that affects them. We've covered on the marketing strategy, of which that takes me to the point that that's what we'll be handling on the next episode. We'll be covering on the marketing strategy and the current trends. Yes, and we've also looked on the things that most of the bar owners get to enter, most of the problems and most of the mistakes that they get to cover, to experience, and how we are going to solve them. So that's all about today's episode. We'll sure be looking forward to catch you up on the next one about the marketing strategy and the current trends. So Wilson, we'll see you on the next one.
Till we meet again.
Till we meet again.
Ama hiyo kisungu iko sawa?
Iko sawa.
Asante.
We'll see you on the next episode.
Cheers. Cheers, man.